Hello and welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time here, which it probably is. Also, if you're in England, I'm not making fun of you. I just break out an accent sometimes because I'm tired of hearing my own voice. I wonder if can that happen in reverse? Can like people with British accents break out in other accents because they're bored of hearing their own accent? Well, it's not an accent to them; their own voice. Question of the day. Anyway, one, I saw a very brief YouTube video. Shout out to your brief YouTube videos. I like to keep my videos 10 minutes only. No 2-hour blabbity blab blabs on here. I'm still blabbity blab blabbing though. So maybe 10 minutes too long, but whatever. I was told by Apple Care. Not literally, it's a joke that I feel like me and like 3 people get. But I was told by Apple Care that 10 minutes is the solid range for a long form video. Should I bring it down to 5? Let me know in the comments. I'm kidding. I don't care that much. Not trying to engagement bait you, but I appreciate the comment. Yeah. Back to the point. I saw a very short YouTube video, aka short. When it dawns on you how they came up with the name. I saw a short, and in the short, they talked about, and look at my notifications to record my YouTube video. Dang. Point is, you believe it. Or do you? You believe it now. I'm hypnotizing you. Anyway, moving on. First of all, my phone is in grayscale these days for the past few days. It's very odd recording a video on here because I'm like, it makes me feel like I'm recording a video in black and white, but I'm not. Even I was hanging out with my friend and I showed her something on my phone. She's like, why'd they take that photo in black and white? I'm like, oh, lol, my phone's in black and white. They're like, oh, right. Back to the video. See, recording on YouTube is going to teach me to focus on topics because I really struggle with this in conversation. To be fair, everyone I'm speaking to is also struggling with it, and I try to reel them in as much as possible, but I'm contributing to the problem. So back to the original point. The YouTube short said that the experiment you can do every day when you wake up, right, to like induce gratitude and strategy and prioritization and long-term thinking and not being lazy, all of these things, is close your eyes. Required. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and visualize yourself 10 years from now having a life you hate in every category: physically, mentally, socially, emotionally, interpersonally, environmentally, spiritually. I don't know what the other, psychologically. Every category. You just, life, professionally, life is just fucked. Creatively. And at first, what I thought they were going to say after that is, and it's because you didn't do what you need to do today. Technically, that's where this goes. But I thought it was supposed to make you like reconsider what you're doing in this moment with your life right now because you realize how your current behaviors are contributing to a life that sucks. It's not giving you the life you want. If you know Alex Hormozy, love him. Alex Hormozy talks about the fact that a friend is someone who gets you closer to your goals. Anyone who makes your goals less probable is an enemy. You don't have to treat them rudely or anything, of course. They can be very kind, they can be very supportive, but if, for example, your goal is to be sober and your very kind, supportive friends are always drinking, and they can only invite you to bars, what's happening here? Are they a friend? Versus someone in your life who's like emotionally neutral, but they're also sober, and they invite you to raves at 8 o'clock in the morning that are for sober people and blah, 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 blah. They're more your friend than the people you consider friends out of nostalgia, sentimentality, emotional attachment, affinity, etc. And, I've been running on 2 months of thinking about that definition. To be fair, I still, unfortunately, choose emotional attachment because we are humans. And this, contrary to what Alex Hormozy believes, the most important things in our life are emotional connection and the emotional closeness to social support systems. That's like one of the top things that contributes to our mental health, even our physical health, our death, etc. So it's like you actually don't need $10 billion to live, or even 10 million. you need really good social support, which answers the question of why Americans are getting more and more depressed and more anxious and more this, more and more that, despite the fact that we're getting richer and richer. What's happening? Right? And then you look at people in this country or other countries, not to be, I hate when people are like, in other countries, in third world countries. I'm like, bitch, that shit is happening on our soil, US soil, on the ground. Anyway, you look at things happening all over the world where people who have so much less financially might not even have a roof over their head, might be hungry every so often, or even often, are so much happier, so much more grateful, so much more at peace, optimistic, not bitter about anything, what's happening. They probably have better social support circles. You're a billionaire sitting in a tower by yourself, you're actually going to be miserable. You actually will, just off the fact that you're lonely. And you know what they say about the top? It's lonely at the top. Am I telling you to not achieve, not aspire to the top? But no, I'm telling you to recalibrate what the most important things in life are. Porque no los dos, of course. But damn, don't screw everyone over in the process of trying to get money. But that being said, don't let people screw over your ability to get money just because you need people around. If you look at your circle and you don't get inspired, you don't have a circle, you have a cage. If you haven't heard that one before. So Alex Hormozi is the opposite take, which is like, evaluate your current behavior. Is this choice getting me closer or farther from my goal? If a choice, it doesn't even have to be a person. If the choice is getting me closer to my goal, it's a good choice. If it's getting me farther from my goal, it's a bad choice, no matter how good it feels. I had someone invite me to a game night the other night, and I was like, I should not be going. I should be doing content. I should be doing work. I should be cleaning. I should be sorting out my life. We're about to move into a new month. I need to do new month planning and cleansing and prep and Bible study and prayer and fasting and instead I went to a game night knowing I shouldn't. So are they a friend, pop quiz, or an enemy? Boom. And they knew damn well all the reasons I didn't want to go. And then after they asked me, oh, well, since it was so fun, and I had a great time. It was incredible, better than I expected. It was like, since that's so fun, you're going to start coming to these nights, right? And I was like, absolutely not. No, I'm not coming to another one of these anytime soon. You're not going to see me at one of these events. You dragged me out for this one, and you're not getting it again. I was like, why? But you had such a good time. And that's the problem. People optimize their decisions off of, does this feel good? Who cares if it feels good? Crack feels great to a crackhead. Also, shout out to all the crackheads, because the number of analogies or like comparisons that crackheads get thrown into, wild. But also fuck the government for the crack epidemic. I'm out here holding my finger guns as if that's gonna do anything to a sniper. What's a goon to a goblin, right? Anyway, so yeah, crack feels great to a crackhead. That doesn't mean it's the right decision for you unless your goal is to just die exhilarated off crack. And if it is, then cool. The key point to all of this is I don't actually get to tell you what your goals are, and you don't get to tell me what my goals are. Even though, unfortunately, I go out of my way trying to tell people how to live their life. So I do tell people what their goals are. You should want to be healthy and wealthy and wise and blah, 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 blah. But people try to tell me, and then I'm like, I'm too good for whatever goal you think I need. Hypocrite. Oh. So yeah, I'm not telling you what your goals should be. I'm saying once you determine what those goals are, any behavior or person that gets you closer to that, any behavior or person that gets you farther from that, it doesn't even have to be much farther, because the things compound over time. You don't get super small by going to the gym one time. You go super swole by going to the gym many, many times over 3 to 5 years. Not eating right one time. Not a bunch of protein one time. Protein 3 to 5 years. Right? So it's like, that's with anything. The thing that fucked you up, this is where it's not crack. You don't gotta do it one time for it to change everything. The consistency compounds and shows up. So, back to the video. Wow. Whew, we are struggling to get this point out. The video said, imagine yourself, close your eyes, imagine yourself 10 years from now and you hate everything about your life. And you beg God, you beg, you plead, you find a magician, you ask every power that be, to take you back in 10 times so you can just do it all over again and fix it and get it right. Now open your eyes. Your prayer has been answered. Make the right choice.